It's time to party. 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 Bro, why the fuck is my avatar? Fuck, bro. Why is why does this shit never show, bro? I'm getting real tired of this shit. Is it showing now? Is it? I'm changing it back. Hello? Is it showing now? For fuck's sake, mate. But why is it? Jesus. Alright, fuck. Alright. You know what? I don't. Okay, that's worrying. I don't want that JT Colfax shit. Can we show it now, please? Can you swap it, please? There we go. There we go. It changed. Changed. Thank you very much. Thanks for your input, mate. Oi, is that Terrence? Looking mate, Terrence. Fucking hell, mate. But yeah. Yee. I think it will be Messi versus. Let me pull up the bracket. Cup bracket. Here. Let me pull one. Oh, fuck. Fuck it. Let's. Alright. So let's do a recap of the group stage, shall we? Netherlands putting on a brilliant display against the USA. USA going home on a plane. Argentina hustling out a win against whatchamacallit, Australia. Japan 1-1 Croatia, but Croatia manages to go through on penalties. And Brazil absolutely murdering Korea. Senegal England 3-0. Poland France 3-1. I think the shock of the group stage, Morocco and Spain. Morocco win 3-0 on penalties. And a thumping by Portugal over Switzerland. Insane, insane stuff. Now, Netherlands, Argentina. This game, wow. The dream almost died for Messi and co. Yeah, we'll get to that. A real shocker. Messi and co were almost on the plane home, but they wound up winning 4-3 on penalties, which is good. The dream is still alive. And Croatia beating Brazil, another shock. Brazil go home. Brazil were the favorites to win this entire thing, and they're knocked out by Croatia. 4-2 on penalties. So it'll be Argentina and Croatia. Now that's going to be a matchup to wow. England France is to come tomorrow, as well as Morocco and Portugal. So uh, there we are. Morocco, Morocco. The dream. No, the dream. Messi's dream of winning the World Cup. And if we can go back to this comment, it will be Messi versus Ronaldo. Now, The possibility is there, but in my opinion, in my humble opinion, whoever wins between England and France is going to win the World Cup. That's in my opinion cuz tomorrow England versus France, I am expecting a goal fest. I am expecting goals left, right and center. I am expecting a game of tremendous proportions. Whoever wins England versus France will go on to win the World Cup. That is my prognostic. Because I have seen no team that can keep up with the pace of either France or England. So, yeah. Bro, how can you not root for my boy Messi not to win, bruh? But yeah. But Brazil on the plane ride home. Poor Brazilians, my fellow Brazilians out there. GG's. It was a hard fought loss. Cro- Croatia. Bro, how do you lose to Croatia on penalties, bro? Bro, that goalkeeper's on steroids. I swear to God, bro. But anyway, enough about that. Uh, you're so what's good? Anything interesting happened recently? Oh boy. Anything interesting happened recently? Hang on. Where's that comment? Alan Poe. Oy vey, I'm Alan Poe, guys. Guys. See, certain people in this world are the reason why art schools are just so hesitant to kick out students. Because remember what happened when a certain someone got kicked out of art school? Remember what happened to the world? Yeah, they don't want a repeat of that. So, oh my god. The last kid who got kicked out of art school, nothing good. Nothing good ever came of that. But yeah, but yeah. Um, uh, yeah, that didn't go too well. Nope, no, it did not. Uh, last time a person got kicked out of art school, uh, the world almost fell under a totalitarian regime. So there's that. And yeah, PSA to art schools: don't kick children out, please. You'll save the world. You'll save world countries from having to spend more money than they already do on on war. Oh my god. So yeah. I'm thinking about doing poetry. I find a way with words, and I when I write words on a page, it just things just happen. So what do you guys think? Should I pursue poetry? Because poetry is a form of art. So I like poetry. In fact, I have a poem of my own to share with the world. Uh, that I'd like to read to you, and I hope y'all enjoy it as much as I did writing it. Because hold on. Sorry, guys. I had to turn my attention elsewhere. Uh, uh, Correct me if I'm wrong, but was Edgar Allan Poe, was he British or was he French or what was it? Was he British or French? Because someone told me he was French. Is Edgar Allan Poe English? French? He was American, bro. I'm an idiot. He was American, bro. Boston, Massachusetts. No, no. I said he was British. Oh no. Oh no. I said he was British. I said he was French, bro. Yo, this nigga was born in fucking Boston, Massachusetts. Yo, I was so far off. Wait, but when though? When? 1809. Oh yeah, but by that time the USA had already become an independent sovereign government from what do you call it? The I just said their name. The British. There we go. By then they were free from the British, so it was no longer technically English. But still, though, everyone there had an English accent. You could back then you could have been fighting for the fucking keep in mind back then, right? Back then you could have been fighting for the there wasn't that disparity between accents. Back then you could have been fighting for George Washington and still sound like a fucking Brit. Like, you're all right, mate. Come on, let's go fucking kill some of these British bastards. You could have talked like that and still been a part of the fucking American Revolution. British Friends, Massachusetts. Yeah, all right. Well, I have a poem of my own um that I've been wanting to share with y'all. I'm going to utilize a bit of a foreign accent of British descent, just to add a touch of flair to my craft. Um, but I shall proceed with proceedings. Now, now, my poem goes as follows. Once upon a way past midnight dreary, while I chugged away, weak and weary, over the quaint and obtuse amounts of alcohol I pour, my head I was tapping. These internet folks must be capping. Someone quietly entered my panel floor. "'Tis some scoundrel," I began to pour some more. Only this and never more. Reasons for my burial and cancellation I explore. Maybe it's 'cause I called all women y'all can fill in the blank. Alas, the bonds of communion has ended, and Tommy still has been apprehended. Burning bridges is the only way, I insist. My brain's grown more dense than locksmiths. Mr. Finnegan welcomes me with open arms. The bridges I have burned are well and truly charred. Thus it was. I once cared a whole lot more, but alas, nevermore. I offended Cat Eyes, and for that I must pay. And what's worse, J.T. Colfax is actually gay. I once held this community so near and dear, until Damone tried ripping off my disgusting beard. I kid you not, it happened so fast. When it comes to the bedroom, I always finish last. Or is it first? I don't know what's more insulting. Very soon Mike Saha will become a Christian. I'm hoping. I crossed the line, so I'll refrain from speaking my mind on the internet again. I bid thee adieu. My boat departs this shore. I go now to an equally demented and hypocritical side of the fence. Now and forevermore. And as you can see, the bars I spit are made of flames. Alright, I'm gonna stop this accent now. Yep, yep, that accent was in favor of England winning tomorrow. England, you gotta win, my boys. My boys, it's coming home. How do they say in England? It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. Can you imagine this poem gets analyzed in English literature classes? Can you imagine like an English professor trying to like dissect and they're like reading it? Like it's literally the dumbest shit. Like, I guarantee you, these poets were just like writing down some bullshit, not even thinking about whatever it is they're writing. And then, like, 500 years later, you have some fucking history professors like, oh, the way he juxtaposes the raven and the candle. They're like, they're like fucking reading more into it, right? And so, can you imagine someone trying to dissect that poem? They're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? England is my city. It's my country. Uh, yeah. Can you imagine? All right, new topic. Ways the world could end. So technically, all right. So here's an interesting fact. Now, if the Earth were to somehow lose the sun's gravitational pull and the Earth were to freeze over, the oceans and the life forms under the ocean would actually be okay because ice is a good it's a good insulator. So it would be quite warm down at the bottom of the ocean. And so these organisms, like billions of years from now, they could like evolve without ever actually knowing that there was ever a sun in the first place. That's how dependent we are on the sun. But I just had that fact at the front of my head. What, aliens would never land here? I mean, like here, people say, oh, if time travel was possible, why isn't there if time travel is possible, why isn't there time travelers from the future coming to visit us? You know? But I mean, who the fuck knows? Maybe they're here and maybe they found ways to hide themselves from us. Like you don't fucking know. Like you could literally be talking to a random person on the street and they could be like from like 100, 200 years from now and you'd probably have no idea. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. How do you know they aren't among us? How do you know that the people you talk to and interact with every single day, it could be literally the bum on the street with no way to go back home, or that soccer mom on the freaking next door, or whoever the fuck. It could be anyone, and the trick is for it to stay hidden. Todd made an Among Us reference. I actually, of all the things that I play, I've never actually played Among Us. Like, big shocker. I've never actually played Among Us. Like, all I know are the memes are like the Among Us. Time travel can probably go back to when the time traveling device was first operational. Right. Right. Now I'm seeing it. Oh wait, so that means that would be where the past begins. So then like a time traveler wouldn't be able to go back and fucking um like fucking tackle what's his name? Fucking what's his name? What's his face? The guy who killed Kennedy. What's his name? Who killed Kennedy? Who killed Lee Harvey Oswald? So you wouldn't be able to go back in time and then fucking tackle Lee Harvey Oswald before he takes his shot. If you could go back in time and change one thing in the community, what you'd change? What community? Uh, Wait, what are you talking about, Gremlin? This whole World Cup has been all backwards. Saudi Arabia has defeated Argentina. Japan defeat Germany. South Korea defeat Portugal. But I mean, yeah, it's all backwards. But then Argentina are in the semifinal now. So I mean, who knows? You know what? Honestly, like most people are just like, to be honest, to be really quite honest, the hype for the World Cup, 2014 to 2018, the hype was real. But then right now in 2022, I don't see it as much. Like before I'd see it everywhere, but now not as much. Maybe because it's in winter and no one's really trying to go out in winter. But when it's summer, everyone's fucking going out, guys fucking shirtless, the women half naked, talking about like soccer, enjoying soccer in the summer because it's summer. But then in the middle, smack dab in the middle of winter, I mean, I'm guessing that it's seasonal change. Like the hype isn't there, the mood isn't there. Plus, it's a whole controversy like that's like turning people off. Of just it being held in Qatar alone is just reason enough for some people not to watch because of the whole scandal and the human rights violations and shit. But the real treat is in 4 years when it comes home. The United States, baby. Yo, whoever planned that World Cup is a genius because it left like two or three stadiums in Canada and two or three stadiums in Mexico and like a bunch of stadiums in the United States. The United States is the main host of the World Cup in 4 years, so that's going to be fucking fantastic. Lee Harvey Oswald. So you wouldn't be able to go back in time and fucking tackle Lee Harvey Oswald before he takes a shot. A time traveler can come back to change the outcome of the world. God. No, but then there's all these things you can wind up changing like little shit that you don't know. Like cuz usually if you go back in time and fuck something up, change something, like you think you may have changed it, but then time usually finds a way to come back with a vengeance and make something happen that is much worse than what you prevented. Cuz like the every time travel movie has like the same message. It's like you don't fuck with time. You don't like time is one thing you don't fuck with because if you fuck with it, it will fuck with you right back. All right, so here's this theory. Let's say 10 years ago your friend Emily got hit in a car accident near a coffee shop, right? And she died. You want to go back in time and save her life. You go back in time. You go back in time, but you don't spawn directly into where the accident happened. So you got to get there quickly. So you get in a car, you lose control out of desperation to get there really quickly, and you wind up hitting someone. Later that day, an autopsy report, first name Emily. So the lesson there is by going back to try and stop something, you wind up causing the very thing you're trying to stop. It turned out good in Back to the Future. Yeah, but then there's certain rules that are it's all theoretical, I like literally this whole time I've been talking about time as if it's like a conscious entity, like if as if it's like trying to fuck with you. Like who fucking knows if you go back in time and change something, like you you might get away with it or you won't or maybe you will. And maybe the world will be better off. But then who fucking knows? Maybe time will have a way of getting back at you and getting back at you like hard, like ultra hard. I mean, that's like the realist take, you know, like if you want to avoid the happy ending type of shit, there's whole lots of problems you can explore. Like never like when you're writing a story, you never make it easy on your characters. Because if you make it easy for your characters, then there's no plot, there's no obstacle, there's no conflict. So, well, in quantum immortality theory, Emily survives in a parallel universe, hence not needing a time machine to save her life. Yes, and yeah, I read something about that. Like every time you're about to make a decision, and there's exactly two choices, the universe branches off into two. Like there's the Earth where you took the red pill, and then there's an Earth where you took the blue pill. Holy shit! Holy shit! Yeah, who knows? I could have gone back in time and saved us all from the coof. Dude, I guarantee you, in like 20 years, there's gonna be a film about like the SEAL team that tried to thwart the Chinese government from unleashing the virus and failed. Because I guarantee you, like that'll be public information by then. Even though people already like get the feeling that that's what happened now. But yeah, yeah, yeah. And I honestly wonder if you could actually go back in time and kill your father or your mother. Like I honestly like I wonder how it works because if you go back in time if you go back in time and kill your grandfather, that means you die. Your father's never born, so you're never born. So that means you can't go back in time and kill your grandfather. So that just cancels out. Like what does it happen? What does it look like in the real world? Like if you try to like if you point the gun at your grandfather and then you try to fire it, does it like clog? And then once you point it away, it fires. But then every time you point it at him, it somehow magically just clogs because like it's an invalid command. Invalid command. Like by some miracle, something prevents you from doing that because it's an invalid request. Like it can't process it. Like invalid command, invalid command. Yeah. So like when you're there in the moment and you're trying to freaking kill your grandfather, like the gun won't go off, but then as soon as you like aim it away from him, it goes off normally, but then whenever you try to fire it at him, it just won't shoot because universe and how the law of the universe works. But hey, those are interesting semi takes to that sort of World Cup is full of potential memes, but Peacock streaming app. Yo, these motherfuckers at Telemundo, you know what they did? They do the same thing every fucking year, bro. They they give you I think they let you live stream game day 1 and game day 2 of the World Cup. Like the first and second fixtures of every group of every team, but then the third one onwards, they cut off your live subscription and you have to either get an account or put in your television provider or do this and that. And I'm not trying to do that. Like I'd rather like I had to switch from like the nice streaming site, like official streaming site where they allowed you to stream the game for free. I had to switch from that. I had to switch from that to the to bootleg streaming sites. And bootleg streaming sites tend to freeze or buffer right before someone scores. They usually tend to do that. Not all the time, but then whenever it freezes or buffers, you're like, "Oh fuck, someone scored. Someone scored." So then it's a suspense killer, you know? But hey, it's the that's the way I gotta do things. Yeah, Telemundo fucked us all off, but hey. No, but I got it on my TV. I got it on my TV. There's a way we watch it without buffering, so it's pretty cool. But yeah. Yeah, well, if that's true, if Peacock's like only $1 a month, like $12 a year, then fucking hell yeah, sign me up. That's a bargain. Like no one, like literally no one watches TV anymore. Like honestly, the only thing people watch are like no one actually sits down and browses. The only people who actually sit down and like when they're put in front of a TV, the only people who will sit down and browse what's on is people who don't usually have cable or have a TV because that's what I've seen. And I guarantee you, if I stream or if I show the highlights, the match, like literally, I would go through the match highlights, but then I'd get fucking taken down, like in an instant. Like I would go show the match highlights and react to them, but I'd get fucking swatted. Yeah, exactly. 800 channels and still nothing good to watch. I mean, like the only people I see scrolling for something to watch are the people that are like literally don't have a TV, and then when they visit a friend's house or do like I don't know something, when they're put in front of a TV, they just scroll aimlessly because fuck. I mean, honestly, right now, the only shows I keep up with, I think like if I were to go like the superhero shows, some superhero shows are the majority of them are on like subscription services that I have, but then the few ones that are left are on free cable. So I'd only have to go and buy like one of those cable things like from any fucking like you could get them at the dollar store, like ones that offer like the local news and like the antenna thingies that oh here's the channels that you get with this product, and you can literally pick it up at any store. Um, and I think I saw one that offered the CW. That's where the shows are, but those are like dying out, so those are getting canceled, and they're all moving to like streaming. So it's you're when you're in motion, your time is moving at a slower rate relative to things not in motion around you. Meaning, if we had the ability to travel at the speed of light, you can time travel slowly. Yeah, the speed of light. Okay, so here's the speed of light. In 1 second, in the time it took for the sound of my clap to begin and end, light, a stream of light circled the earth 7 times. 7.5 times. Now, to get from here to the sun, light would take 8 minutes. Now, to get from here to exit our galaxy, light would take a few thousand years. So even going at the sea, that's what's crazy. That's how like that's how fucking big the universe is, cuz even while going at the speed of light, and nothing with mass can travel the speed of light. So you're not even going at the speed of light. You're going at a portion below the speed of light. So you're not even going at the speed of light. So it would still, going at that speed, that incredible speed, take you thousands upon thousands of years to even exit our fucking galaxy. And that's just a wow. Like if like if us as a species ever pondered off-world colonization, then we'd have to jump that hurdle like quickly. Cuz I don't think we're about to spend like entire lifetimes and generations in space. I don't think we're ready for that. No, and it's super cheap too. Like that cable thing, it's super cheap. Breaking news: American soccer journalist Grant Wall died Friday while covering a World Cup game. Holy shit. Grant Wall. No fucking way. Grant Wall died? Oh! That was the same guy who was wearing the LGBTQ shirt. Holy shit, they killed him. Oh my fucking god. They killed him. Yo, they killed him. Holy shit. Wait, alright, I'm checking DM right now. Hold on. His shocking death comes week after he was detained by Qatari security for wearing a rainbow shirt to the US versus Wales game in November. US versus Wales, that was when I saw it. That's when it happened. US versus Wales. I saw that immediately. I saw in the stands that someone was carried out and everyone was like, "Oh, we're never going to see that guy again." And lo and behold, holy shit. Holy shit. Yo. Yo, they pulled some North Korea shit on him. How do you just mysteriously die? Hold on. Grant Wall. You don't do that, bro. You don't fuck around with other people. You don't fuck. Oh my god. They unalived him. Holy shit, dude. Collapsed at a Luzal iconic stadium and was rushed to a nearby hospital. It's unclear whether he died at the hospital or in transport. His brother Eric believes that foul play from the Qatari government may have been involved. Holy mother of God. Holy Nevermore's wrinkly ass testicles. They fucking unalived him. My name is Eric Wall. I live in Seattle, Washington. I'm Grant Wall's brother. I'm gay. I'm the reason he wore the rainbow shirts in the World Cup. My brother was healthy. He told me he received death threats. I do not believe my brother died. I believe he was killed, and I just beg for any help. Holy shit, dude. Yo. Oh my fucking god. They fucking hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me put up an article. Uh Here. Yo, what the fuck? How, bro? How? Influential U.S. soccer journalist Grant Wall died in Qatar while covering the World Cup. His brother announced he was 48 while covering Argentina's quarterfinal win over the Netherlands on Friday. Wall, who had run his own Substack after working for Sports Illustrated, collapsed at Lusail Iconic Stadium and was rushed to a nearby hospital. It's unclear whether he died at the hospital or in transport. His brother Eric believes foul play from the Qatari government may have been involved. Yeah, my name is Eric Wall. I live in Seattle, Washington. I'm Grant Wall's brother. I'm gay, he said in a video posted to his Instagram account. I am the reason he wore the rainbow shirt to the World Cup. My brother was healthy and he told me he received death threats. I do not believe my brother just died. I believe he was killed and I just beg for any help. Prior to the US Men's National World Cup game against Wales, Wall was initially not allowed into Ahmad bin Al Stadium, detained for 30 minutes before wearing a shirt depicting a soccer ball surrounded by a rainbow. He was eventually led into the stadium. Oh, so that was a different guy. Weird. Wait, so was there two of them? Because the game I saw, the guy literally get escorted out of the stadium was in USA versus Wales. I shit you not. The Qatari government cracked down on pro-LGBTQ demonstrations at the tournament despite their original promises not to. In addition to his rainbow-themed shirt, Wall has been an outspoken critic of the Qatari government and its hosting of the World Cup. On Thursday, he wrote, "They just don't care. Qatari World Cup organizers don't even hide their apathy over migrant worker deaths, including the most recent one. We're still trying to find out." Eric continued. He collapsed at the stadium, was given CPR, and taken by Uber to hospital and died, according to Celine. "We just spoke with the State Department, and Celine has spoken to Ron Klain and the White House." Just one day prior, Wall revealed that he was dealing with bronchitis while feeling under the weather. "My body, I think, told me even after the US went out, dude, you are not sleeping enough. It rebelled on me," Wall said on his podcast, Football with Grant Wall, on Thursday. "So I've had a case of bronchitis this week. I've been to the medical clinic at the media center twice now, including today. I'm feeling better today. I basically canceled everything this Thursday that I had and napped. I'm doing slightly better. I think you can probably tell my voice I'm not 100%. Holy shit. Wall was married to Celine. Disease condition served on. Oh my goodness. Wall was married to Celine R. Grounder, an American infectious disease physician who served on the COVID-19 advisory board transition team for President Joe Biden. Oh my. During the game, Wall was tweeting coverage of the proceedings. His last tweet was at about 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Holy shit, they fucking unalived him. I mean, just like we don't have, I mean, just like there's no quote unquote, there's no proof that the vaccines are making people die. Yeah. The vaccines are safe. By the way, YouTube, the vaccines are safe. They're totally safe. You should jab your fingers, your shoulders. Get vaccinated, you fucks. Get vaccinated. What a timeline we live in. Holy shit, dude. This leaves me no choice but to call the police. Guys. Yes, guys. I have no choice now, guys, to call the police. My hand has been forced. I now have absolutely no other choice but to call said police. Yeah, guys. Guys. Oh my goodness. I mean, holy shit. I mean, while I was reading it, I would think I thought of um like there was an American reporter who was released from North Korea for like snooping around and shit. They released him, but then a few weeks later he died. Like while he was in the US, like he just fucking died. Like what? That's what I was thinking. That's what, like that's where my mind was going to. I was like, okay, you released him, he's fine, but then a week later, boom, he's dead. Like come to Papa Chinese food because he didn't get his jabby. All you, all seven of you motherfuckers, take the jab. It's healthy. You inconsiderate fucks. Be mindful of your neighbor who is sensitive to the disease. Get fucking vaccinated, you fucks. How many times do we have to tell you? How many times do we have to look around and see empty seats at our dinner tables? Because y'all don't take the vaccine and people fucking. You know what? I'm gonna shut up now. Oh yeah. Russia releases Brittany Griner. What if the same thing happens to her in the next few days? Oh my god. It's funny we're talking about China now because I'm holding in my hand a box of chicken fried rice. I am the master of souls. I am the master of souls. I am a prophet. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know, and you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Oh my God. It's a verse from the Bible. Pulp Fiction. Bro, I want to see Samuel L. Jackson confront a predator and be like, "Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more one more goddamn time." Fucking God, fucking God. But yeah. So, guys. So, what's new, guys? What's new? What's been going on in your lives? I hope it's been very drama free and healthy and fun. And did I mention healthy? Yeah, healthy. Yeah. What's been going on in your internet dwellings? And well, I probably know what's up. No, I have no idea. I have no idea. Like I literally, I like when there's just those days where you feel inspired to try something new. I had an epiphany. Like it just dawned on me. Like what if let me try my shot at poetry? And I wrote a good poem. Let me try drawing a picture, and I made a very good picture. You know, I put my Christmas tree up today, bro. Bro, uh, I have dogs. For the first time in my life, I have dogs. Uh, so now is a question of what the fuck do we do with the Christmas tree when they're just gonna tear everything to the ground? What do we do? Hint: Santa Claus. Oh, clean shit from a toilet today. That was exciting. Yeah, cleaning shit from toilets is exciting. Be a helpful community member. See your local community center for advice on how to contribute more to your unfortunately dying community. But hey, my poetry is awesome. Yeah, it's like it's not like I'm the second coming of Eminem or anything, but hey, fucking something something. I have 4 dogs and 2 cats. I have a spray bottle of water when I spray the shit out of them and they learn to stay away. Oh, nice. Yo, I wish I had a fucking like my garden hose broke. I wish I had a new one and I could like fucking spray it in their mouths, be like they go crazy for that shit. They're like Oh, these little puppies. These little puppies. Puppies. Little puppies. But holy shit, they unalived him. I mean, what a fucking coincidence, right? Coincidence? I think not. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. But anyway. Ah. But yeah. But yeah, Gremlin, as to your question, I'll probably fucking I'm in the process of burning a few bridges of my own. Uh just so there's no incentive so here's my thought process. Like if you have nothing to come back to, then there's no logic in coming back at all. So make of that what you will. Make of that statement what you will. If you have nothing to come back to, then there's no point in coming back at all. Hey, Gabby, we don't say that. That's no. That is a no. That is a no. Epstein did not kill himself. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no. Wait, never mind. I got confused. Yeah, he killed himself. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Yep, he killed himself. Really, you don't say. Not. Wait, let me watch this on. I'm watching it on my phone. Absolutely, Vlad. Put down the fucking shovel. He needs to put down the fucking shovel. Yeah, because he's doing nothing but digging himself deeper and deeper and deeper.
But yeah, going back to Lila's previous comment where she said she hopes that what was it, feeling better or something?
Hopes that he's all right.
Yeah, that shows how kind-hearted she really is. Like a lot of women.
I mean, to be honest, that's what people get for caring, right? That's what people get for caring. You know, and you're saying, "Oh, redhead, if you don't care, then you're a heartless bitch." If you don't care, then you're unattached. You remain unemotional and you remain indifferent. And sometimes indifference is more beneficial than many would at first believe. Can I write more poems, please? Wait, hold on. Did these fuckers not put the salt in my fuck? Oh no, they put it. They put it. We're good. I was about to say these motherfuckers didn't put the. Because literally, can you imagine ordering food from a place like so fucking often, and then one day just the food arriving, and then you bite into it, and then it tastes absolutely nothing like what you've been eating for the past few weeks. Like, but now it's back to normal. Do a Ta poem. Who's Ta? Who is that? Is he like a nice guy? All right, let me finish watching this video.
I wouldn't say that. They'd probably still be like, very angry at him, saying, like, fuck him, whatever.
Yeah, it's a shot. It's a sign of character.
Yeah.
And that's what I would desperately like to see from Nevermore. I would really just like to see a sign of good character and just have him. I like the guy. I really like the guy.
I do too. Why do you think I had him on my panel a few times?
Yeah.
Like the night when I had Brian up when I did that one topic there. Remember I told you I wasn't really feeling well?
Yeah.
And I had Nevermore up there. I had him up there for two reasons. One, I really like having him on panel, and two, I just didn't feel well. I needed someone else to kind of carry the load, and he did that. He didn't have to, but he did. He's a good dude, but with all this, recent bullshit, it didn't have to be.
Here's some truth. I have never before in my life seen a bigger concentration of hypocrisy than I have within the past 2 years. Now, this is me being fully transparent, right? So all right, so here, I'm going to read this comment. Hold on. Yeah, you can't badmouth women in here. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you want to have that debate, then as to who said and what was said and how it was intended, then have it, because that debate will be over in like 2 seconds. But here, for context, let me there's no way to explain it without uh actually showing it. But here, look. So look, everyone's seen the Matt post, right? Where he, like, posts the screenshots and shit. So I go, friends on the internet turning out to be scumbags, regretting ever meeting them. I was warned, I never learned. Say it ain't so, like basically just saying, um, you know, people get so invested over internet friends and shit that they forget that All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. That's funny. All right, I'm back. So let me continue. Uh, here. So I say friends on the internet turning out to be scumbags, regretting ever meeting them. I was warned, I never learned, say it ain't so. Now someone ats me and says, I'm not gonna say who. Red Hood, he even came after you saying you have no legs and you are defending this drunk. Um First, I wasn't defending him. And second, here, this is what I said to this person who said that, oh, I'm defending him for he said he was making fun of my legs, and I'm like, hey, blank person, you say shit about my legs and you're lucid when you say them. You guys are a bunch of insufferable, hypocritical wastes of breath, pointing fingers, accusing others of doing what you do yourselves on a daily basis. Uh, one would think y'all aren't lying. One would think y'all aren't living in glass houses with the amount of rocks you throw. Make up your mind. Am I your throwaway joke or your tool to help you crucify someone else? I can't be both. So that's just one thing I picked up on. You know, now had that been any other person saying like, "Oh, he made fun of your legs. Uh why are you defending him?" I would have been like, "Oh, he did." Had that been any other person, but that was a very specific person who said that to me, who I know for a fact, you know, talked shit about me and my condition while being very, very lucid. So now here is this person trying to get me to go after this other individual for doing the exact same thing that individual A did to me while not being drunk. And so, like, what am I supposed to make? That breaks my mind is just fracturing. Like, I am fucking like it's like be like like I've seen you countless of times in chat. You talk shit to me and about my condition every chance you get. And here you are trying to accuse someone else of doing it, trying to get me to go after that individual for doing the exact same thing that you do on a daily basis every time you see me? Like what the like like how is your level of self-awareness that low where you can't see your own fucking hypocrisy? Like, oh my fucking god. Like these people are fucking idiots. So like I see you in chats daily taking shots at me in my condition, yet here you are trying to literally tattling on someone else for doing the exact same thing that you're doing and trying to get me to go after that someone else. Like what? In what universe does that make any sorts of sense? Like I can't process that. No, it's not that I can't process it. It's just there's only one way of processing it, and that motherfucker is a hypocritical piece of shit. Much like fucking 50% of motherfuckers in here. It's like call me crazy, but like I don't think I'm crazy to say that that's hypocritical in every which way, in every sense of the word. It's like that's like a thief snitching on another thief to I don't know, to lose competition or something along. It's like it's like a no honor among thieves types of shit. It's like scumbaggery, no honor among scumbags. Matt, look at your community posts and look what someone said to me. Someone tagged me, right? Um, look at what they're saying, and then look what I replied to them. That's just you hearted one of you hearted the very comment that that I'm talking about. Talking about I'm defending him. Like, where am I defending him? If anything, I'm clowning him. I'm clowning him of how he's, you know, like like the just very distasteful way he just, I guess he went about burning his bridges, I guess, but you know, there's a guy who is literally making a case and making a fool of himself, and you know, other people are going to clown him for it. So I'm not defending him. But then B, the fact that you would say that Nevermore made fun of me and my condition, trying to get me to go after him, when you yourself every day on a regular basis take shot at me and my condition. So, but I don't make a big deal about it because we're in chat and, you know, right? Because, you know, free speech. But when someone else that you don't like says what you've been saying on a regular basis, now it becomes a problem. Now it becomes a problem. But when it applies to you, it's not a problem. And it's not just that motherfucker. It's every other person. Like, if every one of you got in a room, you look to your left, look to your right, one of those two people is guilty of doing it. That's how widespread it is. It's a mixture of gaslighting and fucking finger pointing. Yeah, yeah, it's him. It's that very one, Barb's boyfriend. It's like that motherfucker says says shit about my condition every time they're in chat, and I don't say anything back. But oh, as soon as someone else says it, and coincidentally, as soon as that person doesn't like that person anymore, oh, we said the same thing, but now it's a problem because I don't like that person anymore. Even though both of us said the exact same thing, I don't like that person anymore. Therefore, I will vindicate myself of any, you know, wrongdoing, and and point the finger to where I want it to be to where I want the hatred directed towards. I mean, like, am I crazy for thinking that way? Am I crazy for not? Am I crazy for saying that there's like full blown hypocrisy on display there? No, that's the thing. It's not even about him. It's not even about him. It's about the fucking, like, how people just become hypocrites and fucking so self-righteous that they just can't see past their own fucking hypocrisy. I mean, who the fuck are we to know what that guy's going through? Maybe he's going through a fucking rough patch. Maybe he did fall off the wagon. Who fucking knows? Like I keep saying, and I keep somehow keep getting fucking flamed for it. But then, as a person who is well into their 60s and supposedly with a sense of autonomy, they should be able to say, "Holy fuck, I'm falling off the wagon. Maybe I shouldn't broadcast myself in a not so lucid state in front of the internet where I am bound to get clowned for it." Like it's like they know it's gonna happen, but they do it anyway. See, that's where people start losing sympathy for you because it people start losing sympathy for you when you know the right choice to make, yet you still make the wrong choice. And by the looks of it, he is going the full blown wrong choice. I mean, who am I to say that's the wrong? I mean, who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? Maybe he needs this. Maybe he needs to fucking hit rock bottom in order to realize, hey, maybe this community isn't good for me. Maybe I gotta fucking ditch it. Maybe I gotta never come back here again. Maybe I don't want to come back up on these panels ever again. Maybe he's doing that. I don't know. Maybe that's his way of realizing it and going through the motions and shit. Maybe that's his way of like fucking, sayonara. And I mean, half of me is like, well, holy shit, kumbaya, my lord. I mean, go for it, bro. I mean, if that's what you need, then I mean, to reset yourself and come out better, then go for it. But then there's the other part that's like, do you really gotta, you know, it's like, I mean, but then there's that third part of me who's like, I mean, the shock that certain people get, like it's fascinating to me. The shock certain people get when someone who they've never met in person, someone who they've only talked to online, someone who they've only interacted with through an online forum goes berserk. And it comes as a complete shock because like most times, like 9 times out of 10 they're like friendly and shit. Like it can't be that I just don't know that person in real life. It can't be that I don't know that person's ins and outs, and therefore I am not known to their quirks and whether they're prone to outbursts or shit like that. Maybe I don't know the person, but yet they're still shocked when it happens. And like you got to learn the hard way. You got to learn the hard way that no matter who it is you're talking to, you know, you got to be able to read the environment that you're in. Um, call me preachy, whatever you want, but this is my channel. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Uh, you got to learn how to read the environment. You know, if you see that a bunch of people are prone to, doxing, threatening, being abusive, uh, doing all sorts of shenanigans over little things. If you see that there's been several instances of that happening in this, sector of YouTube, maybe it's wise not to make friends or grow attached to certain people like that quickly. Maybe it's wise to do that because then the disappointment that hits you when that person inevitably turns out to be a wacko uh, isn't there, and you've saved yourself like a good amount of heartache and pain because there is no more initial investment. Like if there's no investment, there's no reason for you to feel pain. Soccer or football? It's fuck. See, I grew up in America, and like everyone else around me says soccer, but then most like 90% of the soccer I watch is European, and in Europe they call it football. So hey, uh, I mean, if you're how many friends do you have in the community? Zero, zero. I thought I had a few, but then I trusted my better judgment, and I realized that it's zero. There are no friends. Like people who wanna talk down to me say, "Oh, you have no friends. No one likes you." Okay, good, good. Like the people you're shaming me for not being friends with are the very people that I'm trying to avoid. Are the very people who I vomit in the presence of. Like the very people you're shaming me for not being friends with are the very people who I'd vomit in front of. And some cases are worse than others. Like some cases, it's evident that you don't want to be friends with this person, and other cases, it could be more laid back and more. It could be less harder to distinguish between what's actually a friend and what isn't. You know, because friend, you want to talk about the definition of a friend. I cannot apply that definition to anyone in here. Not anymore. Yeah. So by those standards, or honestly, like I'd even go as far as to say that like it's a super situational basis. You have to be able to read the room. If you're intense close friends with someone along through the internet and you've vetted them extensively, you've exchanged numbers, there's time in that relationship, right? There's time spent, experiences shared together, uh, you know, secrets told, uh, you know, a bunch of other things, and time with time, right? It takes time to forge certain relationships, and after a long time, like you could be fucking pen pals. Like, dude, I could be talking to a guy in fucking France for a year because oh, we have mutual interest in say soccer, right? I could have a friend in France that I talk to every single day about soccer, right? And then we come more than friends. We become like good friends. We exchange numbers. We do this, do that, close, um, almost everything. Then that can be considered more, you know. But like I said, you have to be able to read the room because you have to be able to determine that that person who you're being friends with won't turn around and stab you in the back and fuck you over the moment things go like tits up, or the moment there's a rift. Like that person won't turn around and fuck you over, right? The very like the same people I see complaining about, oh, people are uh, I get stabbed in the back. I'm nice to someone, and then once they get their wrench, I mean, like, it's like, do you not learn? Do you not learn? Like, you keep complaining about people stabbing you in the back, yeah, you keep repeating the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. Einstein's fucking uh uh like, was it Einstein that said like like the definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over again the exact same way and expecting different results? Isn't that what Einstein said? Like it's like And I'll hit you up, Cappy. I'll hit you up. I mean, my criteria. I mean, yeah, there's different criteria, but it goes beyond that. It all lays on your ability to read the room. If you're a newcomer, right, and then if you're a newcomer in this place, right, and at the end of your first month, right, let's say your experience was 75% drama bullshit panels and 25% catches. Flat rate, right? You should be able to kind of discern and gather that people here aren't that trustworthy and probably aren't a good idea to be friends with. Because you see every other week people getting stabbed in the back or fucked over or fucked with, or you see people pining for other people's information to try and share and trying to fuck with them. If you see that sort of behavior happening, you should probably be able to deduce that you want none of these people as friends. Like, if you're responsible enough and if you're aware of your surroundings, you should be able to deduce the fact that maybe making friends in this place isn't such a good idea. That's classified. Like, like I've truly, like, I am beyond calling anyone here. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much I've talked to you. I am beyond calling anyone here a friend. I am beyond that. So I have seen way too much uh behind the scenes, like, shit. I've seen more than you know. I don't want to talk like a certain someone that we all like to preach about, but I've seen more than you know, and I've seen more to, like, it's a shame that it took this long to register, but it I've seen enough to determine that it's not worth the pain. It's not worth the freaking, like, I see how much, like, it affects other people, and I'm like, how are you letting this affect you that much? Like, how? Like, like, it doesn't clock with me. It really does not clock. Like, there really aren't friends. I mean, it's a grim take. It's a grim it's a grim it's a grim take, and you are free to think differently. You are free to think differently. If you know someone, you know, online that you know for a fact in your heart, like, wouldn't engage in the shady shit that I've seen people do, if you know that in your heart, then like, I mean, people are probably thinking, "Oh, how do you trust people?" And you just gotta trust people. You gotta put your trust in people. Yeah, you got to put your trust in people. You have to trust someone. You can't go your entire life not trusting anyone. But then, if you're gonna trust someone, be fucking selective about who you trust. You know? Right. Like I don't know what more there is to say other than just don't don't trust anyone easily. I can amend that statement. Don't trust anyone easily. I'm not saying don't trust anyone because you're right, Damone. Like, obviously there's you're right. You can't go your entire life without trusting anyone or putting your trust or faith in anyone because that's just like way too extreme and like absolutist. But if you're going to be super selective about who you put your trust in because it only serves to benefit you. Like it only serves to benefit you. I think we have a great community of friends, but there's a few witches stirring the pot. I mean, yeah, you can think that way. It's just like I don't know how much clearer I can paint the picture. It's just like I see it happen time and time again. The very same people like complaining about being stabbed in the back, are the same people, you know, being ride or die with someone that they've only known online for like 6 months. And I'm like, like, what did you expect? Like, if you go in right off the bat expecting the best from someone, you're always going to be disappointed. So if we don't hit that like on Facebook, some people get pissy. Then I'm just right. Well, I mean, I don't know what else to say. You know, you got to learn how to read the room. Can we agree that if you're invested in YouTube chat drama with strangers, that you're probably missing something in real life? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna let you in on a little something something, right? Uh, I've actually I've actually, obviously like the running jokes like, oh, I left once and then I came back, I left again, so I would always unsubscribe from people, right? But then I'd still see the recommended pages. I mean, their recommended videos. Like, say if like I unsubscribe from say like Predcatchers News and Drama, right? I'd unsubscribe from them, but then the next day I'd still be unsubscribed. But then with the amount of times that I've visited that channel, it would appear in the recommended box. So even if I unsubscribed, it would still appear, and then boom, in your head, you get that temptation to click uh, that panel again, even though you're not subscribed. Uh, but then, like the way around that is you tap the three little buttons down under the tab of that video, and then you say don't recommend channels from um, don't recommend content from this channel anymore, and then it never and then you click it, and then that video disappears. And so you won't get like so me personally, I won't get notifications from that channel anymore. And then the only way I ever go back and you know into into that chat is if I actively go out and look for it. And actively going out and looking for it, it's much easier and much more straightforward to hold yourself accountable to something like, oh, I said, oh, I'm never going back. If you catch yourself going in there and actively looking out and seeking something out, then you could say, what the fuck am I doing? But then if you're there and if it's being recommended to you, then obviously that temptation is going to be there. But then you could cut that out by saying, don't recommend content from this channel anymore. No, but like I'm genuinely saying the three little bars under your recommended tab. You're not subscribed, but you're still getting recommended content from that channel. All you have to do is go, don't recommend content from this channel anymore. And then the only way you find yourself back on there is if you actively go out of your way to search it up on YouTube and go back in there because you're not subscribed. You're not getting recommended that content anymore. And so you're left with what's the other option to get a hold of that content? Go out there, look for it yourself. So you're actively doing it. And it's much easier to hold yourself accountable and say, what the hell am I doing? If you're actively going out of your way to search for something rather than it being recommended to you. So, like who fucking knows, you know? Like I personally, I would have no problems with everyone who's ever subscribed to me through this community. I would have no problem if every single person unsubscribed. And I'd have no problem starting fresh. What do I get out of this community? What makes it worth it to get involved? Well, I it used to be for the children. You know, it was a movement that wasn't tainted, but now you have motherfuckers going around and imposing their past childhood traumas, offering up bounties of $10,000 or more, and then uh, oblivious to the fact that if a court got a hold of that, they'd get laughed out of court. Uh, because there was a there's preemptive parameters that led to my client being the subject of that YouTube video online that I'm trying to currently to get taken down as a lawyer, right? Yeah, they really need to think about it. I don't care. You can call me preachy whatever you want. Like I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't give a fuck. If like it's easy. Like I am finding it very easy, slowly but surely letting everything go. Because like because I'm slowly coming to this conclusion that I like how I like how my regular life was before I came across certain people here. Like I like how like it's like everyone's guilty of it. Everyone's guilty of becoming invested in the bullshit that really you shouldn't be invested in. I am too. But then the thing that sets certain people apart from other people is whether or not you find the fortitude to pull away. And honestly, me when I said that, oh, I'm sticking around because uh if I stick around, that mean if I leave, then that means that place beat me, or like me trying to rationalize me kind of sticking around. But in actual fact, that was me trying to like make excuses, like why the fuck don't I just leave? And I realized there really is an excuse. Like the more I think about it, I don't consider anyone here a friend. Uh, I think most people in here are scumbags. Uh, are I mean the special kind of scumbag. Like I'm a scumbag, right? But then there's a certain level of decency that most people have that just isn't present. And the more like it's like it's like Walter White in Breaking Bad, like doing the Venn diagram, like the pros and cons list. When you find out that the pros are slowly but surely outweighing the cons, then you know what the right decision is. Some people, instead of turning off their laptops and turning off the drama, decide to hit himself in the face for everyone to see. Other people decide to go on Mr. Webb's chat and spam the N word, rather than just skedaddling away. I mean, so, make of that what you will. And like the thing that I find funny is how the reason I don't consider anyone here a friend anymore is because fucking you don't know the amount of the conversations I've had in private where the topic would be this community, right? And be like, oh, it's so toxic. It's like, don't like, I'm gonna leave. It's toxic. This toxic that. We talk a lot of shit, but then lo and behold, said person is back in the bullshit. So did our fucking hour and a half conversation mean nothing? Like, and when you realize how fickle people are about not holding up their ends of bargains, or when you realize just how fickle people are with their convictions, it just tells you, hey, like I got to stop being fickle myself, and I have to start like when I say something, actually mean it. So, I mean, I guess that's what this is. And like I said, I would have no problem if everyone who has found my channel through the community would unsubscribe. I would have no problem starting fresh. Like the only drawback is having to start a new YouTube channel, which like if I have uh a YouTube channel with the only thing I need is 1,000 subs, and then I'm well on my way to just do what I want, to post the content I want, completely independent from this other bullshit. It's totally doable. You just gotta have the mindset for it. So I mean, y'all are talking about Nevermore getting drunk on Locksmith's panel and blaming the community. I won't be there because I got recommended a Locksmith video this morning, and I said don't recommend content from this channel anymore. It's as simple as that. I mean, case in point, if you're coming to the conclusion that something is causing you detriment and nothing positive is coming from you belonging or pertaining to a situation, then get rid of that situation. No matter how hard or easy it is to do that, the first step is to come to that determination that, hey, this is causing me a problem. And what do I do about that problem? Everyone does it. Everyone does it. You have fucking Terrence and Locksmith on a panel talking about how the community is dramatic and shit, and then Locksmith every other day literally instigating drama. Like, if you don't think he's instigating it, if you don't think half the time he's just aching for something to be stirred up, then you're blind. You're blind. Like, you say one thing and then do another. I mean, it's just, and this whole bullshit about free speech and about not letting people make fools of themselves on public panels. The people with the power to stop it, the people with the power to shut it down, won't. Why? Because they'll say it's in the name of free speech, and then by doing that, they're taking that moral high ground of, oh, not censoring anybody. But they're also letting the show carry on. They're also letting that guy who's clearly having a psychotic break continue to hit himself on in the view of the public, and continue making an ass out of himself and continue the show going because it racks in views, the numbers. Like, you don't gotta you don't gotta be a mathematician to figure it out. Whenever someone has to tries to have a remotely serious panel, the views are nowhere near as high. But then when something gets stirred up, it's the sad reality that drama sells. What girls? Wait, what girls? What are you talking about? No, and I will prove it to you. I will prove it to you that I don't. You will I can safely guarantee you. I'm putting it out here for people to for people to call my shit out, right? You will never see me on a locksmith panel again. You will never see me on any of those, bullshit panels again, ever. And I'm putting it out there as a way to hold myself accountable. Because I'm talking here, saying all this shit like I'm talking the talk. You know, if I'm all bark and no bite, then like people talk about, oh, like, like what do you contribute in this community? Like, I'm not a catcher. That doesn't make my opinion about catching any less important. Like, I say to hell with anyone that says, oh, non-catchers don't get a vote or non-catchers don't get an opinion. Fuck that shit. See, that's the thing I was saying. Like, that very same day when I went on that long ass trip to Texas, right? I was on a bus. I was on a bus, right? I watched a few minutes of that locksmith, or I think it was locksmith panel or NV capper. I don't know who it was, because the Wi-Fi was cutting in and out on the bus, and then I was like, I heard someone say like, "Oh, Red Hood, you should go out and get a fucking try something new, go outdoors or do something, right?" And meanwhile, I'm literally on a bus, right, to some foreign land that I don't fucking know. For all I know, I get off the bus and boom, someone caps me in the head. That's what I'm walking into, right? So I put my phone down, I go to sleep. I think I'm in like North Carolina, right? I go to sleep. The sun is shining. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I turn on my phone and he's still live. I mean, like, was this not the guy who was telling me to go out and get a life and go outdoors and do new things? Was this not the same guy? Like, oh my God. But me putting it out there is me saying this is a way to hold myself accountable. Because at some point the buck has to stop somewhere. Like somewhere it has to stop. Like people are talking about, oh, like you're in here, uh, you don't contribute nothing. Leave. No one wants you. I mean, okay, fucking, I'll go. But then y'all are gonna be here when this place inevitably crumbles to the ground. You think it's not happening? Like when it's going good, people turn a blind eye to the cracks that are opening. And this whole challenge shit, like people think that's bad. Have you ever considered the possibility that this person offering up that $10,000 rewards is smarter than anyone thinks that that person is, and knows that offering that sort of money is a detriment, but just won't say it because there's an ulterior motive here? Does no one think? Like, has no one thought for one moment that this guy is doing it on purpose because he knows the negative effect it will have? No, people want to harp about, oh, everyone's gonna get money. Like, no, if a legal system gets wind of the fact that people are being awarded money to catch a particular profile, then it's lights out. It's game over. Like, it's not about you not getting paid for your work. I'm all for that. The problem starts when you're getting paid to basically target a specific demographic, like specificity. Like a lawyer, a defense attorney will tear apart anything that specifically implicates their client. It's specificity. Because you can reinterpret that as harassment, targeting, specific targeting. That's those are those the gates, the floodgates that open when you try and fuck around with that. The republic to fall. It's already has, and you just can't see it. Yes, I've seen that speech. He could easily. Do you know what some of these smaller catchers can do with even 10% of that money? But no. Let me be an egotistical maniac and have someone make a vain attempt at quelling my past childhood trauma and therefore prejudicate catching as a whole. I mean, what could go wrong? Oh, I did not see that. I did not see when he called 9/11 entertainment. I did not see that. But then if he really did that, then what the fuck? Holy shit. So no soccer? Soccer will be back soon. Trust me. Once I get a flow, because this is a process. Once I get a flow going, you bet your ass that there's gonna be more soccer here in this channel. I'm rebranding the whole thing. I'm not even go I'm gonna go by Red Hood anymore. I'm gonna be like, I don't know, something else. My channel's gonna have a new name. And anyone that knows me as Red Hood can just call me like Red or Red or whatever. I'm thinking about a lot of things, but like if you want to stick around, like that Jeffrey Dahmer vid, like if anyone's seen uh that Jeffrey Dahmer vid I did, I want to do content more like that, like reporting on headlines in the entertainment industry. Like, oh, here's a good one. Jennifer Lawrence recently, a couple of days ago, she said that she was the first female action hero, therefore rendering Uma Thurman, uh, Uma Thurman in Kill Bill, Ripley in Aliens, Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor in The Terminator, fucking Charlie's Angels, all the great female leads in action movies of the past. Why? Because Jennifer Lawrence says she's the first female action hero. So Ripley doesn't exist. Sarah Connor doesn't exist. Uma Thurman doesn't exist. What? What? Hello? What? And now she's walking it back. Oh, that's not what I meant. That's exactly what you meant. You're like, I'm the first female action hero. What? And don't get me wrong. I think Jennifer Lawrence in the Hunger Games series was phenomenal. Phenomenal actress. In the Hunger Games, like the character she was playing, I thought she was phenomenal. But then to go and say that you were the first female action hero? No, honey. No. Like you just spat in the face of Ripley from Aliens. You just spat in the face of hell, fucking what's her name? Uh the lady from the Halloween series. Fuck, what's her name? Halloween ends. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis. Boom. Sarah Connor in Terminator. Sarah Connor in Terminator goes from a clumsy diner waitress, just meandering about life, to literally a fucking warrior badass destined to give birth to the man who will save the human race from evil machines. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Fuck. I'm eating French fries. My bad. Holy shit. You have Ripley, who's fucking. See, all right. Pro tip. Anyone thinking about writing a story? Pro tip. If you have your character be a badass all the time, you can't expect the audience to be invested in your character, because if you're a badass all the time, there's no moments of weakness. There's no improvement to be made, right? If your character is a Mary Sue from the very beginning, then fucking, like, where's the conflict? Where's that emotional payoff? Where's that goal to achieve? Tomb Raider. Oh my god. Fucking Angelina Jolie. Literally responsible, like literally a major part in young men's puberty. Angelina fucking Jolie. She doesn't exist according to Jennifer Lawrence. She doesn't exist. Ripley doesn't exist. Sarah Connor doesn't exist. All these female action heroes, lead action heroes, right? It wasn't males. Lead action heroes. Because I wouldn't call Kyle Reese the main character in Terminator. I wouldn't. Even in the second one, I wouldn't call uh young John Connor the main character. I always consider Sarah Connor the main character. That's how you know she's lead. Resident Evil, Mila Jovovich, as what the fuck is her name? Alice. I heard everyone shits on the Resident Evil films because it's so different from the games. But hey, I mean, Rey in Star Wars. Rey in Star Wars. That's a bad example because she's a Mary Sue. Rey in Star Wars is a Mary Sue. But hey, Rey in Star Wars is a Mary Sue. So, like, she's perfect all the time. But yeah, I digress. Uh, that type of content, headlines from the entertainment industry, the freaking the shift in the culture, as some would say, the shift in culture in the entertainment industry. Um, That's the type of shit I like to cover, you know, or I want to start covering. The Jeffrey Dahmer one. My problem is doing things when it happens. You know, like if I were to make a Jennifer Lawrence video, I would have to do it either tomorrow or at worst 2 days from now, but then at best tomorrow. But then I have to get cracking today, and I'm not sure I can get cracking today. You know, it's just the timing. I have to be like consistent, and when it happens, when shit happens, uh, to report on it. Like, oh, here's another example. Um, Ana de Armas, popular actress. She was in the last James Bond movie that came out. She was doing an interview when someone asked her, "Oh, hey, what would it be like for you to play a female James Bond?" And then she said, "I don't think James Bond should be female. Uh, I think James Bond should always be a male." This is coming from a woman, you know. And then James Bond himself, the actor, was like, "Hey, uh, I don't think there should be a female James Bond. I think there should be an original character in the James Bond universe that's built up and has a growing fan base, and take it from there, not make James Bond female." So, cancel them both. Daniel Craig, I'm still unsure of. I don't know what his politics are, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, look, there's plenty of people in the entertainment industry who could have wacky politics, but they keep it out of their personal. I mean, they keep it out of the public sphere. Like The Rock, for instance, right? I have no doubt that his politics are just so fucking wacky. But then he he never he never promotes it. He always talks about, oh, promoting the movie, promoting the characters. He never brings it up. I guarantee you, there's people there who just don't put their politics into their products, and people appreciate them for it. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to share the same politics for me to go and see your movie. But then, when you start saying my movie isn't made for white men, or my movie, if you're not gay or bisexual, if you're not this, that, or the other, don't come see my movie. Okay, I won't. And then when your movie winds up flopping at the box office, don't start saying, "Oh, it's because of white men and it's because this, that, and the other." Wait a minute, hold on. Didn't you just tell me not to come see your movie? So why are you blaming me for not coming to see for your movie failing? You told me not to come watch it. I mean, like, what? Like, if you're telling me not to come see your movie, and then you want to point your finger at me when your movie inevitably fails, when you alienate half of your audience to promote a political agenda, and see, that's the popular saying: get woke, go broke. No one likes being pandered to. If you don't watch gay porn, you're racist. No, but seriously, people are tired of being pandered to. They're tired of fucking, they're God, like, I can't name you the amount of gay actors that are in the industry that hate what's going on. And quite frankly, I'd have more respect for certain actors if I were to find out that they just go along with like the lunacy of what's going on in Hollywood because they got to keep their job. That's how they put food on the table. That's how they provide for their family and shit. And that's the only reason why they're going. I'd have a bit more respect for that, as opposed to someone truly believing the lunacy that they spew. But yeah, yeah. Linda Carter. I'm not much of a Linda Carter fan. Yeah, politics. It comes different. It comes like I don't know who y'all are talking about. Wonder Woman. Like, okay, so think of it this way. Everyone pretty much hates Captain Marvel, the Captain Marvel movie that came out with Brie Larson, right? Everyone hates it. And then she goes like, "Oh, men don't like seeing female superheroes." Yeah, and that's totally the reason why I bought when Wonder Woman came out in 2017, I bought 3 tickets to go see it 3 separate times. So I went to go see a female superhero movie 3 fucking times because I hate females as superheroes. Once you clock how little sense that makes, you'll get the problem. And in case you need me to spoil it for you, it's because the Wonder Woman movie didn't say men don't come or men don't watch. But yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. Um, and for those in the back of the room, I just want to make one thing clear. Um, I don't I don't make fun of rape victims. Uh, I wouldn't do that. Uh, what I would totally make fun of is a notion that someone can be put away without any evidence. Where saying, "Oh, he did this, he did that." Okay, where's your evidence? And then throwing someone in jail with no evidence. Well, that's not right, is it? But then, oh, Red Hood, most of rape don't get reported. So how dare you say that they shouldn't be arrested without evidence? Isn't that the problem? Isn't that the problem? Isn't like shouldn't your goal be not to win the argument by saying that but rather work to try and change that? Shouldn't your goal be to help victims come forward and try everything in their power to ease their way and make it a safe process reporting their attacker? Shouldn't that be the goal? Instead of saying, oh, they don't get reported. Okay. Is that not the problem? Shouldn't we work to change that? Shouldn't it go beyond you just saying that to win the argument? Some food for thought. So yeah, to anyone who I'm pretty sure if you're here, you already know that what's been said about me is complete and total horseshit. But if I couldn't have made it any clearer, I think uh as Nat Gone Bananas say, R worded. I think R word victims should be aided and helped into making the reporting process and the process of seeking out justice against said accuser be as safe and as fluid as possible in the name of justice, obviously. Because I would assume that in the United States of America, no one would go to jail and be convicted while there is an absence of evidence. So there's that. That's for like the the low IQ idiots who can't grasp what I'm saying. Like I know the rest of you obviously understand, but hey, and it's very few. So but yeah. If I don't know if you can hear that, but that's like a dripping sound. That's me pissing my pants because I know for a fact that I just triggered some wackadoo in here. That's gonna come after me. Oh boy. But yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't know what else there is to say. Um. Genuinely don't know what else there is to say. Uh, uh, let's make this a Q&A until 12 o'clock, because at 12 o'clock I'm ending it. So yeah. Wacka don't. Yeah, totally. But yeah. Ugh, my voice cracked. Poetry again. Poetry, guys. Nah, I actually, I actually didn't write that from the dome. I actually didn't write that from the dome. It took a while for me to write that, like a good 10 to 20 minutes. What's Alex like in person? Hey, hey, what's going on? Uh, he's okay. As decent of a person as you're gonna find. So, yeah, pretty much, yeah. How sexy is Tommy in person? I'd have to have met Tommy in person, which I haven't. I'd like to. That way I can kick. No, I'm playing. Tommy did say he wanted to meet me in person once. He said something about wanting to flick me, whatever that means. Who would win in a fight? Radvansky or Da? Damone, I swear to God. Like I think it was before you came along. I shit you not. I swear to God, he said something along the lines of, "I want to meet Red Hood in person. I'm gonna flick him." It was a whole joke back then. It was like flick him, flick him, flick him. I think that was right around the time he was like, "Oh, stop talking, stop running your neck," and all of us were like, "What the fuck? Like, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Running your neck? What? Like, excuse me? That didn't register. You mind saying that again?" I'm pretty sure Damone was around. Probably. He wasn't famous back then. Now he is now. Hey, what would you do to a misbehaving kid in church? Flick him or, or pinch them? Damone is omnipresent. So yeah, I mean, if Nevermore said Nevermore said he's gonna be on Locksmiths and he's gonna get drunk on there and he's gonna be like, oh, blame shit. I won't be there. You won't see me there. So I mean that guy, um I mean there's there's ways to bow out. I mean, I don't know who the fuck am I to say. Who am I to say? I mean, everyone has their own way of bowing out. You know, Locksmith goes onto other catchers' chats and spams the N word. And you know, uh, Nevermore goes around calling women whores or whatever the fuck that he did, and going around like like freaking detonating atomic bombs on every bridge that he's built. But you know, who the fuck am I to say what's the right way or the wrong way? I mean, if he's doing it with the end goal of leaving, then like there's no question that there's simpler and much better ways to do it. But then if he really wants to like if he's doing that, like let me destroy everything on my way out. That way I don't feel tempted to come back because there's nothing for me to come back to. Maybe that's how he thinks about it, but hey, I don't know. See, Damone, this is where I'd ask you for Damone's for Nevermore's channel, but uh, I'm not. How do I feel about the Fifth Amendment? I think it's correct. I mean, what the fuck? What kind of wait? What? Like you? Yeah, I mean that's what lawyers are for. Like you don't say anything that you don't incriminate yourself. I think he's just mad about having a hard time in life. Fucking knows, dude. Why is everyone else sobriety our problem? Like, why the fuck should we tiptoe around everyone's feelings in fear of triggering them back into their addiction? I'm not my brother's keeper. That's fair. That is fair. I mean, fucking. If you're not your brother's keeper, then why the fuck should you be JT Colfax's keeper? Or why the fuck should you be Nevermore's keeper? These are grown ass adults that should probably, people say respect your elders. Well, if these are my elders, oh fuck, we're doomed. Oh god. What kind of dogs do I got? Poodles. I got poodles. Poodles. I wanted this very specific dog, but then everywhere I looked, it said not for first time dog owners. Like this is a specific breed that first time dog owners are not privy to. So I pretty much stayed away from it. But who knows? Maybe 10 years time, I'll try my hand at that breed. Uh, when I feel ready. Like thus far, I am literally waking up every day to a living room that looks like an EF5 went through it, thanks to these animals. So yeah. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what else to say except it's a process. Uh, I said what I said earlier to help keep myself accountable. If I say something, I'm gonna follow through with it. Um, and it starts today. So, and yeah, um, I mean, well, I guess to the people I will now never see again because the only time I ever see them was on the drama panels. I guess it was kind of nice knowing ya, but then again, I never really knew ya, so there's that. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you heard the kind of content that I want to make and are willing to stick around for it, then by all means, go ahead. I'd appreciate it. But uh, if you're here to like expecting this to be another BS panel, then you're in the wrong place, and I very much consider unsubscribing. And this is me being totally real. Like I would like if someone came up to me and said, "Oh, you have to start over. Everyone you've ever met through this community has to be removed as your subscribers." I'd say, "Fuck it, bring it on. I'll do it." Because I've gotten to the point where I've determined that it's not uh there's a it's like I it's like that speech from the Matrix. Like I'm like the agent. He's like I hate this place. I feel sickened by it, and I can taste its stink. And every time I do, I feel as though I've somehow been infected by it. It's repulsive. Wait, what? I don't see him. Wait, he's here? I don't see him in this chat. What do you mean? What are you guys talking about? Oh, I saw. Ew, 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 ew. Where's the bleach? Where's the bleach? I like how that motherfucker just randomly decided to start blaming me, like I'm the one who's been calling him. Like, my nigga, if if I had your phone number or was ever in possession of it, I'd burn my phone and get a new one and change my number. Or I'd just factory reset it because I don't want that garbage on my phone. Why would I ever want to call you? I don't need to call you. I don't want to call you. I have no desire to have a conversation with you. So, and he can take that 26-minute video and shove it right up his ass where he likes it. The guy's an embarrassment. And then you have duh envy cap Ryan, fucking, uh, letting him stay up there while he once again makes a fucking shithousery bullshit fest of a fuckery laughing stock out of himself. I mean, like I keep saying, the people with the power to stop it won't, because the free speech doesn't allow it to do so. Even though you just saw him chug down 3 of those things, or was it one of them? I swear to God he had 2 of that beverage that's inhibiting your motor functions and preventing you from acting the way you'd be acting if you weren't intoxicated. So, wait, hold on. What are you guys telling me? Is JT Colfax is sounding like JT Colfax, like Hugo Weaving? Because I was trying to do an Agent Smith impression, like a fucking Hugo Weaving impression. I didn't mean to do a fucking JT Colfax impression. Like, the fuck? I mean, when you have Ryan's dead air, then yeah, but no, I'm just kidding. In any panel, like, come on. But yeah, do my Damone voice. Well, you see, I can't exactly do my Damone voice because Nevermore's not a fan of it, and uh will come after me for doing so. I'm just not in that business of doing voices anymore. It's caused a detriment far beyond the comprehension of any mortal being. Um, uh, and yeah. I am selfish. I am wrong. I am right. I'm sure I'm right. But yeah, um, you could fool his wife with that voice. You know, I was gonna say something, but now I'm not because it's like super fucked up. But I'd rather not say anything, bro. Oh my god. I was gonna say something, but nah, it's not worth it. But yeah, why? No, not letting anyone. Like, if you want to talk about something that if you don't want to, I'm not letting you up here if you're gonna start shit. If you want to talk about shit, then I mean, I wouldn't mind having you up here, but you know, and I'm not posting the link. I'll have to DM you personally for that, which is doable. So I'll do that. Is that even the real you? Oh, yeah, it is. Cow hoof trimming videos popped up on my timeline. Been watching cow hoof. What? Wait, what is that? Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web many size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Hold on, I can do this. Is he strong? Listen, bud. He's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a hand? Thread. Take a look overhead. Hey there. Here comes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Wealth and fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward. Here comes the Spider-Man. Yeah, you know you're well. He's got radioactive blood. What the fuck? Can he swing from thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there. Here comes the Spider-Man. You should have gotten the link by now, Damone. If not, then I don't know what to tell you, boy. He's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there. Here comes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Are you coming up or what? Look at this little doggy. Look at this little doggy. Am I tired from calling Colfax all night? Yeah, I'm so tired. Yeah, cause I'm totally a guy in Los fucking Angeles. Sure you're not. Is this you or?
Yeah, it's me. You should know my voice by now.
And you're not gonna helicopter me.
Why in God's name would I do something like that?
All right, good.
I would like to continue to do panels. I think me helicoptering would be a bad idea.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to ask you a few questions, man. What do you mean, like, I'm not, well, don't start shit? What are you talking about? What shit would I start?
No, like no, like we can talk about the shit that's at hand, but then new shit. Like if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I got you, man. Give me just a
Yeah.
second. Take care of my daughter. Hold on. Sorry.
So these cow hoof people, they have this crazy little remote control robot thing, so that they pull up to a cow and wrangle them into it, lift them up, put them hoof. Oh, really? Holy shit. So
No, sorry about that. I
that's
just had
fine.
a quick question for you. It's nothing new. It's nothing even related to any drama, like
Okay.
past, present, or future or anything. It's really just about you.
What? Okay.
So, you said you're not
Ow.
wanting to like go on any drama panels or anything, right? So I guess my question. Well, first of all, let me just say, dude, I think you're funny as fuck, and that's really gonna suck to not have you up there because when you're up there, bro, I always tune in because you crack me the fuck up. But that's just coming from me. Um, I guess my overriding question that you didn't really answer earlier is, you say all these negative things about the community that you've been in way longer than I have. But what fucking like keeps you around? Like what do you actually get out of it?
Uh. Well, I thought I did answer. I mean, well, I'll try to elaborate.
Yeah, please.
Well, at first, obviously, it was because we were obviously saving kids and shit. Um. You. I mean, there's always gonna be that part of me that strikes the interest, like perks my interest up in the catches themselves.
Yeah.
I'll always pop in here and there to check out a catch. You know, catch like very specifically.
Mhm.
But then anything else, then I mean, like don't be surprised if you see me in like FMs, right? Because FMs like fucking chill as fuck, and like he literally doesn't like. Aside from that odd confrontation where he literally almost went and tracked down
Track down.
your boy Tommy, drama free, I guess.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're not. I won't get into that, but Yeah, shit's changed. So, anyways, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, like, yeah, it's changed. It's so what do I get out of it? It's not even what I get out of it because I've been on a couple myself and I've contributed to a couple uh Preds being caught.
Hmm.
And then sometimes people say like, "Oh, like you don't do catches," or like, I've been on several and I've helped facilitate them. Like I've decoyed and reined some in.
Right.
So like you're not talking to some rando with no experience. Like I've been there, I've done it, and I've just come to the conclusion that it's not me. Like
Okay.
I'm not that person. And I'd rather find that out for myself than have someone tell that to me in a failed attempt to actually do it, and then I wind up doing more harm than good. So yeah.
All right. Well, I
But
mean,
that like what I get out of it,
well, what do you get
what I
out of the
used to get
community?
out of what I used to get out of it was um people talking about the catches because that's what it was once. I mean, but now you have, every other week there's like a soap opera of some kind.
Right.
And, at first it's amusing, but then me personally, right, when I see how much people are invested and the lengths people go to and how people wind up, I see that and I see exactly what I don't want happening to me.
Yeah.
Like I see like how crazed some people get. I see how deeply and unnecessarily, like I know you said some people care, but I still think that some people are unnecessarily attached. And to see how much unnecessary pain people go through because of this environment, I see everything that I don't want to become. I see the people perpetuating it and I see the type of person I don't want to be. Everywhere I look now is something I don't want to be a part of.
Fair enough. Yeah, I hear you, man. I think, like, at least for me, it seems like, and maybe this is because some of the channels have gone away for one reason or another. Like the catches are like second stage at this point. I don't know how many people share that viewpoint. Uh,
It's it's an act like so it's a play, right? It's
right.
a show, it's a showing, and the catches are the B feature. The A feature is
Exactly.
obviously,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah, the fuck shit takes center stage. You know, at least that's how I see it. But I hear what you're saying, bro. But I think that if you're concerned about, like, I don't know how many times you've left and come back. I have no clue. I've done it.
I, I want
Like,
to say
twice.
twice.
Yeah, I've done it once or twice, and we even talked about it once, you and I.
Right.
But who gives a shit? Like what people think? How, like, leaving and coming back is, like I said, is like part of the process. That's like a given. I don't ever look at someone and say, "Oh, I'm leaving," and then they're back 2 weeks later. It's just normal, dude. It's healthy to say, "Well, I've reached my fucking limit. Let me back off," and then if I want to come back, that's okay. Fuck anybody who says otherwise, dude. You're not a pussy or anything for doing that, in my opinion. And you know what? When you come back, like, people still come watch your shit. So, it's just part of it. That's how I see
I
it.
mean that's true. I mean, some people, right? Because like not everyone in here is a fucking lunatic, but I mean, there are people who just don't care, and then the people who are going to say that are the people who don't like you to begin with. So, I mean, how much weight are you going to put on those words? But then it starts to get to a point where it just becomes a cycle, and then you just have to say just enough is enough. So it's just not. I mean, like I guarantee you, like now that I'm going to speak it, it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure a certain someone is screen recording what I'm saying right now to have me be the star of their next, uh video, and and make some content out of it, which, okay, I formally allow you to use me in order to boost your numbers. So
Yeah, but Red, that's fucking all part of the show. You
no,
know.
right, and I'm cool with that,
Yeah.
but I'm just hope people are aware that it's happening. But it's just a matter of looking around. Like I can't explain to you like the deep personal shit that I've been through because of this place. Like the people I've talked to, like what I know about certain people. I can't explain to you. That's
Yeah, I understand.
just know that there's more shit that I know that's exclusive to me only, that
Right.
just goes to like not want me, like I don't want to be here anymore. So
I understand, bro.
it's no one else's business, but it's just some shit that I know. It's just like it serves to only further prove the point that I'm trying to make. So
Yeah, I hear you. I respect what you're saying, bro, and I have an idea of how you feel because I've been there to my own degree a couple times. So if you don't want to be a part of it anymore, good for you, bro. It'll suck for me and for selfish reasons, dude, because you crack me up. But
and I'm not saying it's like I have a habit of being brutally honest, but then more brutal than honest. So like, yeah, there's plenty of people who in the chats who I've been pleasant with, and they've been pleasant with me back, and um you know we've had no real issues with each other, and for what it was worth, it was nice talking to y'all. But I mean, if you wanna subscribe to my channel expecting it to become another one of the BS panels, then you're in the wrong place. I'm sorry to say that, but you're in the wrong place, and I'd
yeah,
strongly consider unsubscribing.
yeah, I feel that. Well, I'm gonna stay sub and I'm gonna come check you out. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. So there's
Well,
plenty of drama panels out there. It's not like every channel has to become one.
yeah, it's not like there's a need for one.
Yeah, there's no
Right.
shortage of those, bro. But that's all I wanted to say, man. I didn't want to type all this or fucking DM you. I just want to talk to you one on one. I appreciate you letting me up, bro.
Yeah, it's fine, man, and yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you're saying you're gonna stick around. Because, like I said, honestly, it's like like if someone said, "Hey, you could start over, but everyone you've met through the community is gonna be unsubscribed from you," I'd say, "Yeah, I'll take it." That's how little I care. But the fact, I mean, if you choose to stick around and see the type of content I make, then I appreciate it.
Yeah,
That goes for anyone. So,
yeah, you bet, man. I appreciate you letting me up, man. Take care.
all right, dude. Take care, man.
Peace out.
Well, that was the moan. That was the moan. And yeah, yeah, I understand that some people are just can't help but get attached to it, and the people they meet through here. It's like, because at the end of the day, yeah, I think someone said it. I don't remember who said it, but someone said, like, if a particular person genuinely in their lives has nothing else but this, then I mean, then then I mean, who is anyone to try and rip that away from that person? But if that person has other avenues of life that they can explore, but they choose to be here, then if you're bound to get clowned for it, then you're gonna get clowned for it. But then, I mean, I agree with the sentiment that there's no need to be a dickwad. Like, who fucking knows? Maybe there is someone in here who the only thing in their life is this place. That this is the only thing they have going. They wake up every morning to watch catches and shit, and then they find the bullshit underbelly of this place as a byproduct of that happening. And who is anyone to try and take that away from that person? But I mean, unless you're that person, then I mean, I don't know, dude. Right. Right, exactly. I mean, dude, look at I mean, I'm not even trying to be overtly mean here, but look at fucking Locksmith. The guy spends like 10 to 12 hours a day literally locked up in a shed. I mean, and he even said himself he barely goes home. He just sticks around in the shed. And then Bill Powell, for fuck's sake, he lives in the fucking woods of all places. I mean, come on. If that doesn't fit your Pacon, if that doesn't fit your description, I don't know what does. I mean, like I'm not the most outgoing person either. I mean, I'm not like cuz I'm just not. But still, like that doesn't mean I'm going to like haul away somewhere just never to be seen again. Like, oh, Pacon, holy shit, that just makes it worse then, doesn't it? but Well, holy shit, I cannot believe that during this panel, this guy died. Or he got, quote unquote, unalived. they unalived him. Holy mother of God. Holy mother of God. He actually got unalived. Oh, it was this reporter who he went to the World Cup in Qatar and he wore the rainbow shirt. He wore a rainbow shirt, right, for LGBTQ rights. They detained him. That was a week ago. And now he fucking died out of nowhere. His family says he was healthy and shit. Uh Honestly, Jacob, yeah, and now he's dead. Back Bro, now he's dead. Bro, I just found out that I barely passed this class. Yo, Gremlin, I am in that same boat with you, bud. I am in the same boat with you. And honestly, Jacob, I'm gonna put your comment up here. How many times has Reddit exited this group of people? Those is the time he actually steps away. Um, well, the more accurate term is wheel away. But honestly, that's why I'm saying it publicly, because if I don't wind up following through with it, then I pretty much deserve this. I pretty much deserve the shithousery I surround myself with. If I don't um that says stay away. Um Again, that's why I'm putting it out there. More to hold myself responsible and accountable for what I say. I mean, you have Damone saying he's gonna miss, because I make him laugh and shit. I mean, well, that's all well and good, but at the end of the day, I'm not as much of a clown as I am. Then I mean, still, once I've come to a determination that there's something wrong, like at its core, then I got to do something about it. Yeah, that's if that's fake Ray, yeah, that's fuck that guy. Yeah, and that's the problem. And okay, I'm gonna say something now that's gonna shock you. But I heard from someone told me that way before the whole shit with Bill Powell happened, way before anyone got a whiff of my disability, someone told me that way before this happened, an anonymous account hit them up saying, "Oh, I found this out about Red Hood. Why don't you do a show about it tonight?" Or and this was way before the Bill bullshit, right? So, uh, that tells me, holy shit, people are weirdos. That tells me, holy shit, people are scumbags. Because at the end of the day, the only way that people like, because what Bill said to me in the chat to blackmail me was wheelchair. And the only reason anyone would get a inkling of the fact that I ever was in a wheelchair was if they seen certain pictures of me. And those certain pictures of me are in places where my family is and my family being involved. Yeah, Rodney Rod Farva. I don't know who the hell you are, but get the fuck out of here. So no, yeah, but I'm just saying, like way before all that shit happened, the only way someone would be able to know that is if they've seen that, and I know for a fact the only way to see that is through like I don't know, like some place where because I don't keep like they would have had to go on like a page from my family, uh, um, and get that from their pages, and that's where family is, and that's where you involve family, and unless this person is lying, then that would mean that people were digging shit up about me way before I guess I gave anyone a motive to. So if that doesn't say anything to anyone about the nature of this fucking place, then I don't know what has to happen for you to see it. That is simply the way it is. Oh, Rod, the whole blackmail shit was way before the soccer game on my YouTube. That was way before. But yeah, if what this person is saying is true, then that means way before I gave anyone a motive, people were digging shit up or trying to find ways to. I mean, there's no other way to say it, to hurt me or to try at least. And but so I reiterate, if that doesn't tell you something about the nature of people and how far people are willing to go, then even before I gave anyone even a modicum of a motive, then I mean it's self-explanatory. Then so yeah, there's that. That's the kind of that's the kind of people you're dealing with in this shithole. Um, and it came as a shock to me when someone said it, when that person told me that. It came as a real shock. Uh, and like it's like I keep saying, the more I learn, like the more that being known to me now only goes to further my point that this place is a garbage dump. And it's going to take one hell of a miracle to convince me it's anything other than that. Right. But that's the nature of people in this place. If you want to I mean, if you want to stick around and be a part of that, then that's your choice. I guess no one has any power to direct you otherwise, but those are the kinds of people that you're dealing with. Uh, it's not even that it's not even that it's letting me bring me down. It's just the fact that it could happen to anyone. And these very same people are the ones that I see clinging on to this place so desperately and so dearly. Yet they're the ones who are currently being looked up and dug into. Um, so so yeah, that's the kind of shit you're dealing with here. So I guess best of luck to fucking Nevermore. Hope he finds his way back to stability. And yeah, going to make a feature-length documentary about this community one day. Well, hopefully you make it while it's still around, because the board is set, the pieces are moving, the cookies are crumbling down. Uh, if you don't, if that's not apparent to everyone by now, then I don't know what it's gonna take to make it apparent. Catchers are being struck down left and right to the point where all that's taking center stage is the the bullshit that everyone complains about, yet can't seem to muster up enough strength to get away from. So yeah. Holy shit, that was one mean voice crack. Fuck my life. Okay, that's the real Mr. Webb. So, aish. But yeah, if he really does that, then truly feel bad for the guy. I don't know what else there is to say, but I truly feel bad for him. It's gone again for the millionth time. I repeat myself. I see what it's doing to him. I see what it's turning him into, and everything I see that's happening to him is what I don't want happening to me. So logic dictates that I take every chance to avert that outcome. And I plan to. I plan to. Yeah. Um, the only reason I'm allowing that shameless plug is because I think you're a decent editor. Modern feminists in the community don't want women preds cut. What? What? Oh, like it's real. It's real. Like there was this chick in my class who was just talking straight up so much shit about the state of Hollywood and, trashing modern feminism and, basically being super based, and I'm like, "Holy shit, you just got like 10 times hotter." Uh yeah. Gentlemen, you find a girl who plays soccer, keep that shit. Marry her. Put a ring on her. Don't let that shit slip away. Unless she lives in New Jersey or Massachusetts. Then run far, far away. Oh my god. Holy shit, man. Hey, what's going on? But yeah, um, uh, I don't know what else there is to say. In all honesty, I think I've made my point. I think, uh, yeah, I want a trans called captain that plays football to marry to. Oh my god. You know what? Shit. Shit started going sideways for me the day I stopped playing FIFA. I need to start playing FIFA again. Holy mother of fuck. Like you'd think me throwing controllers at a TV screen raging about a digital game that I have total control over would be less detrimental than a community. But hey, there are poisons, and I like the FIFA poison. FIFA Hood should be a real name, unless FIFA copyrights. So the game that's out this year is FIFA 23. Next year, they lose the copyright, they lose the licensing for the name FIFA. So for the first time in a long while, it's not going to be called FIFA 24. Like FIFA, there's FIFA 20, FIFA 21, FIFA 22, FIFA 23. It's not going to be called FIFA 24. It's going to be called EA Sports FC. EA Sports Football Club. FC is it's a common abbreviation for soccer clubs around Europe. FC Football Club. So it's going to be called EA Sports FC 24. I'm assuming that's what it's going to be called. Or maybe they could just call it EA Sports FC to start a brand new one, and then the year after that call it EA Sports FC 12. No, EA Sports FC 2. Then the year after that, EA Sports FC 3. Um, unless they like the year after that they give back the FIFA licensing to the company. Did you see the new Batman Suicide? Yeah, yeah, I did. Um, that's the last performance of what Kevin Conroy before he passed away. So EA should just Tommy's Hummer is sponsored by EA Sport. Bruh. EA are just the shittiest company. Like I hate their pay to play. Um I hate their pay to play system. Uh like I hate how you have to pay for certain shit. Like it's not even DLCs, it's just like the general shit that you can easily be unlocked if you had it set to a progression based reward system. You know? I'll never purchase an EA game again. Yeah, I said that once and I don't know. See, what I'm about to say will raise a lot of questions. So I said that once and then I ended up buying it. No, this is my senior year. I'm not going to have any distractions. I'm going to pass my final year with good grades and that'll be $60, please. Take my fucking money, bitch. Oh my god. Take my money. and I wound up barely passing. But uh yeah, uh you yeah, you wind up doing it, and so then the question comes, oh, if you said you weren't going to buy FIFA and you wound up buying FIFA, and you're talking about you're going to stay away from the drama panels, uh, your track record isn't so good, mister. Uh, yeah, but then you gotta um you gotta remember that soccer slash football is one of my passions. Uh, it's literally ingrained in my blood. Uh, it's like one of the few things that brings me so much fucking joy. And I love being passionate about it. Um, and my passion for that sport will never die. So, and that game is the closest thing to a soccer simulation that we have, a game. Like there's no other good soccer games out there. So that's the only, in terms of market, that's the only thing on the market. So I'm passionate for it. That's why I'm fickle like that. And you know, yeah, I plan to. There's an audience for that. Um, they just haven't found me yet. Um, so there's an audience for it, and I'm gonna continue to do it. So yeah. What about ice soccer? That's a thing. Isn't that hockey? Like literally, like I think I was fortunate enough to go to high school where I went to high school, because I guarantee you in any other school, the only sport people would have talked about is basketball or American football. Because I had literally the people who I expected to be the most against soccer turned out to be really, really great soccer fans. And there was a whole community who, like, literally, we would every day when club football was on or club soccer was on, like French class, the guy would be teaching French, trying to teach his friends, and then like eight of us would be huddled up in the back of the class on one laptop watching the game. So it'd be fun. So yeah, Nevermore is live on the stream. Come check out the drama. No, thank you. Um, but I am gonna end it because I said I was gonna end it at 12. It is now 1. So for those of you who stuck around and will stick around, I appreciate you. And yeah, um, yeah, just stay vigilant, stay level headed, and uh, stay cool. Uh, yeah, peace out, y'all. I'll see you next time. Ulta.